Hi, Audrina. Thanks for taking the time for this interview. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Thanks, Elaine, for having me. I'm actually an independent journalist and copywriter. So, I produce content on a few different issues, including healthcare and business-related topics.
Right. So today's interview is regarding the recent claim experience on Eldershield, and I understand that you have successfully lodged a claim regards this. Can you share with me who was the claimant and what illness is that?
The claimant was actually my aunt. So, she actually had a stroke in June this year. So, at that point of time, she actually had some numbness in one of her arms, and she was staying with my other aunt and uncle. So, my other aunt suspected that it was a stroke symptom. So, she called my family, and I asked her to actually send her to the hospital. So, to call for an ambulance and send her to the hospital. So, at that point of time, she was still able to, after doing some brain scans and routine checks, she was still able to lift her arm and leg that was affected by the stroke. And the doctor told us that she had a mild stroke. So the next day, her condition deteriorated, and she couldn't lift her affected arm and leg.
I see. That must have been a very trying period. I hope that she's better right now. Could you share a little bit more about the claim process?
Yeah, thankfully, she's making a good progress recovery. So the claim process requires us to actually contact our insurance company appointed assessors to do an assessment for the patient. So I found out from the company, insurance company, that there was actually an appointed assessor at the community hospital that my aunt was staying in. So I made an appointment with her, and she came down to the ward to do an assessment for her. So just for information, Eldershield is an insurance whereby they will give a money payout of $400 if you are not able to perform 3 out of the 6 daily living activities, which includes walking and showering. And there's also an assessment fee that you need to pay up front, which will be reimbursed to you if your claim is successful.
Right. And how fast was the claims paid?
It was paid within 1.5 months.
Right. That's a reasonable timing. And do you think that the $400 Eldershield monthly amount is sufficient? Can you elaborate more?
Frankly, it's not enough because we also applied for another home caregiving grant, which gives another monthly payout of $200. Because currently, my aunt is actually doing physiotherapy and acupuncture for her treatment, and this costs us about $500 to $600 per month, and that's also excluding the $630 that we are paying to our helper to take care of my aunt.
I see. In my conversation with the age 30s clients, many think that it is not necessary to upgrade their plans. What do you think of such long-term care plans?
I think, yeah, a lot of people think that they're still young, so the likelihood of them being hospitalized or getting a major illness is very low. We can't put a guarantee on our health. So I think it's definitely best that we start to actually plan for our health care needs while we are still young and healthy.
Right. I certainly agree with you. Sometimes life is just so unpredictable. No one would have thought that this will happen to your aunt who has an active lifestyle. It is unfortunate that she has suffered from this stroke. My last question to you, what is your advice to the people out there regarding such coverage and the importance of financial planning?
I think, like I said before, I think we should definitely start to plan for our financial and healthcare well-being as early as possible, because you can't buy any insurance if you actually have an existing illness. And also, even if you get a health insurance plan or life insurance plan, you still need to take a personal responsibility towards our health. So it's not an excuse for you to actually lead a healthy lifestyle, even if you have the best insurance coverage.
Indeed, you're right, Audrina. Well, I hope that many can start to take charge of their health and review their financial plans and take the step to upgrade their long-term care plans, especially for those who are already enrolled into Careshield Life, a national scheme that started on the 1st October 2020. Now, if some of you have not done so, do find out more on how you can upgrade it when you are still in good health. Well, thanks, Audrina, for sharing this recent claim experience. I'm sure a lot of people will benefit from your sharing.
Happy to share.
Thank you. Thanks.